Evening all, thanks for tuning in. Tonight we've got Tier 3 at Japan, Suzuka. Comms tonight's myself, and I will be joined by Dan shortly. He looks like he was just warming a seat in one of the cars. Got the Haas of Ross first out. So we'll jump on board with him. Have received a message from Steve as well saying weather is all dry. So that should be one weight lifted for these lads, knowing it's all dry weekend now. Evening also, evening Steve. Quite a long outlap here as well. He's got Ross just on the run down to 130R for the first time on his outlap. As Matey Boy says, he's pissed. Long weekend. That's not a great start. On board with Ross, he's managed it nicely through the S's there, sector 1. Chip Hazard has retired. I'm guessing that's in the pits. The yellow flag popped up at the pit lane. We've got a Haas that's crashed in sector 1. I think that's Dave. Well, it must be because we're on board with Ross. And across the line, Ross first lap completed 31.8, which isn't too bad a time to be fair, but Kane Lowry just demolishes that there straight away on his first lap, 30.3, and Barker 31 flat. He's also just following an Aston Martin there on this run down to 130R. Picking up a bit of a slipstream. DRS on, cross the line, also goes up to third, a 131.4, and it was Captain Hindsight who was following, 33.3 from Hindsight. As the pit stop mate is on an outlap. Hounds invalidated, T-Bag's just coming through the final corner now. .8, pushing P2, but yeah, as Hounds just pointed out, all you need to do is complete a lap. If you complete a valid lap, you should be through this session. As we've only actually 15 drivers, because Dan is not a driver. Hound keeping fairly wide through the S's, avoiding a lot of the curb, but that fuel light's flashing now. It is showing a purple sector 1, and Lutman's left the session. Just fire him another quick invite. Won't let me invite him yet. Still says he's in the session. Hound runs wide, but didn't invalidate side, so he must have lost time there. Hound managing a 31 flat, puts himself P4. We've got Matey in sector 2 at the moment, just coming up to Spoon. I'm seeing that Dan's mic was going in game there. Mate makes it nicely through 130R, just this final chicane now. Gets through there smoothly enough, but he's invalidated. He's ran wide on the exit, and tried to cut back into the pit lane at the bollard. Back into the pits. We've got Gameful, who's going to be next across the line now, just coming through that chicane. And up to P8, 32.2. Osso's retired, Teabag's retired. I think that's a sensible option. Basically, once you've got a valid lap in, you might as well just retire, as everyone will be through this session. Lutman's just rejoined.
Hello there.
Howdy. Howdy.
I can't seem to find the streaming. I don't know what it is with me and Twitch.
That's because I've not shared it.
Yeah, it's just like every time I try to find a stream for a link to Twitch, all it does is copy the channel. It doesn't actually copy the link.
Yeah, that's all. That's all it ever does. I suppose just something to point out, guys need to keep the 107% rule in mind as well. You know, you have to be. I think it's relevant on this game. I was just going to ask you, is that valid? Is that something they put in? Because I think we've had this discussion a few times, and I don't think we've ever quite worked it out.
Yeah, I know it was on the last game. It's not something I take a chance with. You have to be within, what is it, 100, so an extra 7% of Kane Lowry's time. Would that be correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know what exactly that is, but, you know, go figure. Not doing a lap is a bad idea anyway.
The thing is, if you go out and do a comfortable lap, you should be fairly safe.
Yeah,
I mean, don't fucking cruise at 50 mile an hour, but don't push it. Basically, take a comfortable lap. Will see you through.
Yeah, sure. Like what's 7% of a minute is what? Yeah, whatever it is. I'd imagine
Full Send Dave's just pointed out a problem though with that philosophy. He always cruises at 50.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, you fucked, lad.
Yeah, not the biggest grid we've ever had, but it is what it is. Heading towards the end of the game cycle, I think attendance, by and large, hasn't been too bad. I'll be back in 1 second there, but
I think 7% of 60, it's about 4 seconds. So if you're within 4 seconds of the leader, you should be fine. Well, it's 4 seconds on the minute, so probably if you're within 6 seconds, I think you're safe. To be honest, if my math's right, I might be wrong. Scottish satellite now as well, 32.1. That's on the mediums. We've got Lutman who's just started a hot lap. Oh, it's also just said as well, if my calculator's right, it's 6.6 seconds, so a 36.9. Thank you, Osso. I had around 6 seconds, so I'll take it. As Chris has improved as well, gone up to P2 with a 30.7. This is the thing as well, is like obviously everyone's going to be safe through, but if you've not done a lot of practice, you might use this session for an extra couple of laps where there's not much pressure. Might find it a little more beneficial. I'll just have a quick check of the tyres. So only Scotty's used the mediums, everyone else has used a set of softs for this. So it will be interesting in the later quali sessions when the pressure is on. Lutman up to 7th, 31.4. Only person left to set a time is Matey Boy, who, as he's admitted himself, is fairly pissed. Cheers, Osso. Just needed your reassurance there, mate. Nice one.
Yeah, no, okay, we obviously were down in numbers, but if it's me, I'm using this as a practice laps. I'm not sure if I'd retire. Obviously, I wouldn't use more than one set if I could. Well, you should be fine, but I'd be still using it. You know, it's still
that's exactly what I was just saying. Like,
yeah.
We had similar on Friday. We had a couple of people with quali bands, and someone crashed out fairly early on in Q1. I think I did 3, maybe 4 laps on the same set of softs. Just because I'd done no practice, so.
Yeah, you want to be careful as well. The last thing you want to do is crash.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about taking it easy. Like, instead of, you know when you're pushing. And you just take it a little bit easier. Maybe brake slightly early in a few corners. Just play it safe. Especially through the S's as well. Like, S's is, well, if I'm honest, this track is one I've always struggled to finish. I don't think I've actually finished the race here. And Friday was no different.
Yeah, this is one of them tracks where I don't like racing, but I tend to do well. I got a podium here a few seasons back. Nearly got a race win, but I would have taken the podium at the time. Got P5 the other night after being spun around 3 times. It's just one of these tracks I can do well at it. Not so much in quali, but I just seem to do well, but I absolutely hate it. It's just sector 1. I don't like sector 1. The rest of the track is okay.
Yeah, if I'm honest, I hate sector 1. Sector 1's the one I struggle with the most, but that's not where I spin. Where I tend to spin's the uphill left-hander just after after the S's.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to be cautious on the throttle there. To be honest, it's slippy. It's slippy. I don't know how you took it. I assuming there wasn't a car close behind. I'd go slightly deep in and get a turn and try to straighten up the car as soon as possible and get on the power. But yeah, it is slippy. That left-hander's sector one as well. It's just awful, and it's not a smooth track, as Steve said. It's one of the bumpiest tracks on the game.
Yeah.
That pit straight and the back straight are bumpy, and it's funny actually. If you pick the right line there, you can actually gain time by not going over the bumpiest part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, if I'm honest, it's not a nice track for me. It's not one of my favourites at all.
I don't like it either. That braking's over for turn one as well. I just could not nail it.
Well, that's it. It's hardly a braking zone because it's just like a dab of the brakes in it, and then into turn two where you need to brake. Then
it's a medium speed corner, like, which is not typical for turn one in too many tracks, but it is medium speed. Like, I mean, it's down to third and quickly back up to fourth. So.
Careful's all over the place.
Actually, I was going to say, if you get caught on, there's a kind of a sausage curb on the left hand side running into that right hander. If you get caught on that, you can't really steer. That's another kind of it's a technical track. It's a challenge. It's 32, I think, or whatever laps. It's full concentration. Like, I was absolutely drenched the other night.
Matey off track as well at the same point. Gameful got squarely, but Matey's kept it pinned. He's kept going. He's yet to set a time, so he needs this.
Yeah, he does. We'll see though if he happens to invalidate, which is he's coming to a part of the track now where you can invalidate. The exit curve here can kind of suck you out.
I mean, he's still sat in P15, so he's gonna go through.
But he's not got a time set.
Yeah.
Assuming, if, like the 107% thing I was saying, if he invalidated, would he get through or not? But he seems to be okay anyway.
It's just you sat there in P16 as his teammate.
Do you know what? I'm half tempted to fuck you off and just race. Look at me go! Get out into
commentated your driving.
Get up into P1, leave gain for filter through, and then hold everyone up. Hopefully take off so on the way as well.
It'd be like the real F1 where I go, we're just going down to Ted Kravitz in the pit lane. We're just going to No Fandangle in the Red Bull. That's fucking crazy down here.
Oh, God. This reminds me of that time the fucking Colin had to do the formation lap in the F2 a few seasons back. I'm going to miss the first couple of corners, but I'll retire straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was in the lobby, I just didn't, a bit late getting home, didn't get to not select the car.
Yeah,
shouldn't do that.
Mate, he has set a lap as well.
If you don't pick a car, it's the sticky in spectator mode. Yeah, mate, he has set a lap, so that should be fine. Interesting to see there, Scotty and Full Send Dave setting their laps on the mediums.
Dave didn't, if I'm right. Dave didn't.
Okay. His
best lap was set with the softs. The only person who set a lap on the mediums was Scotty.
I'm surprised everyone didn't use a set of mediums. That would suggest that Scotty and Dave are the only two that have brought 4 sets of softs, which means that could prove pivotal in the race. I was going to say, talking about race strategy, for me personally, it's a medium hard. If you have a safety car, maybe lap 7, 8, which is what we had Friday night, get them hards on. If there's a safety car again in 7 or 8 laps, you have that set of mediums. Obviously, if there's a late safety car, which again there was Friday night, you have the soft option. But it doesn't look like anyone has a second set of mediums. So, depending what happens, that could be invaluable for Scotty and Full Send Dave.
Yeah, it's having this discussion on Friday night. I think it was with Kieran, and I was saying that the same thing I've said in here and to yourself. I always like taking that extra set of mediums in quali because they're always there just in case for the race.
Yeah, yeah. You see, it depends. It depends where you are, what track you're at, what tier you're in. I just have this complex in my head. I won't get out of Q1, and I've only not made Q2 once, and that was a mistake on my own part. So I always run the fifth set of softs. It's just a thing in my head. I'm like, yeah, I could run the mediums and then one run on the softs, and then I could be out, and they're no good anyway. But yeah, I suppose if you're quicker, if you're one of the quicker drivers, and I'm surprised more guys don't run the mediums, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah, I think because there's no need really. Like I say, I save them for the race. I'd rather not use them in quali, but I just want to point out no Fandango there at the bottom of tier 3.
Oh, fuck you, you prick.
This is a tier 1 driver and he's at the back
Fuck
of the
that, I'm
grid.
driving now, that's the end of it. I have a reputation to uphold. Like, guarantee I get up to P1 without an incident as well. Well, I wouldn't. There's some quick drivers in this tier. There is, like, to be fair.
No, there always has been, and a lot of the guys from tier 2, as you've said before, have always reserved up into tier 2, and some of them hold their own in tier 1 as well. And
No, absolutely.
I've had some massive on-track battles with some of the lads from tier 3 in tier 2.
Yeah, but like and it's not even the quicker guys. I mean, Chris has reserved in tier 1 several times, and he's got a number of top 10s. It's just the nature of how close the three grids are. It's obviously some of the quicker tier 1 guys moving, you know, if they're racing tier 3, obviously they blow it away, but by and large, everyone can kind of compete with everyone. We've seen Carl being in tier 3 for a while, won the championship. He's now winning the tier 2 championship. Osso has won not Osso, Sociopath has won the 3 of them. You know, things like that. It's just,
you know, until you just said that, I didn't realise Carl were winning tier 2.
Yeah, he is. Well, he was. I haven't. The graphics or the standings for this week aren't out yet, but assuming the results went his way, he came in leading anyway. So.
Yeah, again, another one. Also, has just pointed out Kane Lowry, obviously being fast, and he's not far off in the championship. He is only 17 points behind Game for losing the lead.
Absolutely.
And only 8 points behind Osso.
He's showing pace as well, Clay. There is no question. We know he has that pace. He's just had a bit of misfortune, maybe kind of fell out of form, but I would not rule Kane Lowry out. Again, for me, you saw the dent in Osso's championship last week. He's still not out of it, but as I said, like this race, we've 3 races left. You're not going to win the championship, but you might put a serious dent in your championship, and that's the way I'm looking at it.
Yeah, definitely. It's 9 points separating Osso and Gameful. As I said, 17 points to Kane Lowry, and you even going back down to Jackie, it's 26 points, which is still possible.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
You are relying on some misfortune for the guys ahead, really.
You are. Like I wouldn't rule King Lupman out either. You know, as I said, the top 5 here.
Sorry, yeah, Lutman's in 4th. I skipped down to Jackie, who were 5th. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously Jackie's not racing tonight, so he's pretty much out of it.
Sorry.
I need a top 4. If things can go your way really, really quickly, just as much as they can go against you. That's just the nature of racing. So I wouldn't like if you're Luckman, you can afford to take a gamble. You know, if you're Gainful, even also, it's like that thing with Carl. We spent all last season talking about Carl and would he go for it, and he took a calculated approach to the entire season, and towards the end of the season we were kind of saying, should he have been so relaxed? No, he got it over the line, but
yeah,
it did get close near the end.
I think that were just Jampot just taking it to another level, really. Found some form, and even when he was starting 7th, 8th on the grid, he was winning races. He looked quick.
Yeah, and then did a Rosberg, although not a real Rosberg, a plastic Rosberg.
Chris set 31.3, Ross 31.4, T-Bag goes to the top 31 flat. I will say not everyone's through on this one, so this is one that matters.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Chip Hazard came in with a quali ban and he did retire. He retired before I did, and he still went through for some reason.
Yeah, I wondered about that. He's still showing his car, but he is out as though he's retired.
Yeah, he retired. He retired from the session as well, which means he got through, which kind of nullifies the whole 107% rule, really, doesn't it? He came through without setting the time, so
yeah,
I think that's not a rule. It's not something I'd like to test. Which, well, you could test it, but not in a real race.
I'll tell you what, I'll test it for you next week.
Thanks, boss.
Where we racing next week, actually?
Absolutely no idea. Spain.
Right, Spain. No, I'm not testing it next week. I like Spain.
Yeah. Spain again is one of them tracks. I don't mind racing it, but I'm just shit there. Yeah, and it was the scene of the infamous hitting the back of the safety car as well, if you remember that one.
I do remember, because me and you were both Mercedes teammates at the time.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that warming your tyres under a safety car was a thing, as we just moved to the new game. And after the safety car, I binned it, hit the wall, caused another safety car, which you then drove into the back of.
Yeah, it was kind of the case of Multi 21. Sorry, not Multi 21.
But we did win the constructors that season, so who gives a fuck?
No, thanks to me. Yeah.
Hey, I got 2 race wins that season.
I've hit the safety car
twice. Mate, he's out.
He just lasted at 1. That's a
exit at turn 1. He looked like he had a snap of oversteer. As he's corrected it, he's hit the curb and just slid.
A safety car here is quite possible as well, Clay, because it's a tight enough track, so there's not a whole pile of runoff, and you know this game loves bringing out safety cars, so you could possibly get multiple safety cars here.
Yeah, it is one that is very likely. I know we didn't really see a lot Friday, if I'm honest. I think we had a VSC and a safety car when I crashed out. There might have been another one.
Do you know what the frustrating thing is? I'd say, I know I'm a guy for statistics and all that, and I don't have the statistics, but I can't remember the last time a collision on track caused a safety car. It's guys hitting the wall. You know.
Yeah, it's a bit ridiculous, isn't it? A bit of debris or something on track, and the safety car comes out for it. As also is invalidated.
Yeah, I was just on with that. Alfa Romeo having a strong weekend. You had Andy on the podium in P3. You got a race win in Tier 2. Alfa Romeo have kind of snuck along behind that AlphaTauri Williams battle all season, and they're
got an AlphaTauri off in Sector 1 as well.
That would be gainful. But yeah, Alfa Romeo just sticking their nose in at the business end. 2 races left for Tier 1 and 2, 3 for Tier 3, and I didn't check it, but I think they could possibly have jumped to first in the constructors as well. After Friday night, we're missing a few drivers from AlphaTauri. The Williams didn't do too well. Myself and Pink did okay in Tier 1. Maybe cancelled each other out, giving the lead that we had coming in the AlphaTauri. But I think Alfa Romeo doing the business, saying nothing. Obviously, they got Chris in that team as well. He's in P4, so Chris, he's going to help Basso as well if he can. There's no question there.
Yeah, if I'm honest, I see Chris as that valuable team member, if I'm honest. He scores a lot of points, and no disrespect to him, he was a driver that, you know, one of them from a lower pot that scores more points than you expect.
Absolutely. And
absolutely brilliant for the team.
He's had a lot of bad luck as well this season, you know. He's been in and around pole a couple of times, but as I always say, like, if teams have a pot 4 driver, the pot 4 driver doing well is what makes the difference. And you can look at that in Tier 2. Just for AlphaTauri, Ninja doing well. Jackie's surprise of the season up in P4. Not going to take any credit for that. But yeah, I think teams, you know, in general, when you're winning constructors, the teams as Teabag has crashed out at 1 as well. Oh no!
I wondered who crossed. I think that's more
That's
3, 2, 3.
Yeah, it is 2. The exit of 2 on the left. Unfortunate for Teabag.
I saw the leaderboard jumble up, and I'm looking at who's crossed the line to see who's set a faster time, and couldn't work it out. And then didn't see the Stricken McLaren there. Just on board with Scotty at the moment. He's yet to set a time. The only positive for Teabag there is he set a 31 flat, so you know he'll need a number of drivers to beat that before he's out of that 10th spot.
Yeah, for sure.
31 flat, where would that have him? It'd have
Wow.
had him about 4th now. Scotty's just set a 30.9.
Scotty, another guy, he's one of the quickest drivers in this tier. He just can't seem to finish races, or tends to have a slip or a spin or an incident or something like that. But outright 1 lap pace, he's always in and around that front row, second row. Oh wow! Oh wow! Fuck, game's fucked.
Yeah, I think lobby's glitched. We need a restart.
Yeah, he's robbed my fucking setup as well, guaranteed. Oh wow! Does Steve have a race win in tier 3? I know
He
he's had one in
does.
tier 2.
Did he not? I thought he only had 1 race win. I thought that was tier 3.
No, well. We'll ask him. I'm sure he'll know.
I don't think he knows what day it is, to be perfectly honest with you.
Oh wow! What a laugh from Kane Lowry.
Kane Lowry.
Half a tent. Or
Saw Steve up there and went, yeah, fuck that.
On behalf of all the admins, thanks Kane Lowry. And Barker has pipped the no as well at 30.5, as we do have a yellow flag in sector 2, but not sure
I think it's
why.
just slow moving
Scotty.
Mercedes.
Yeah, Scotty on his in lap, I think.
Probably in low fuel
Yeah,
mode.
he is too, yeah.
Gameful, yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Mechanical said the same as well. Spa. He won at Spa. No, I thought it was tier 3. I didn't think he'd had a win in tier 2. I know he's had a podium in tier 2.
Yeah, you're right, I'd say, and I'm going to say Silverstone, and he was in the Mercedes when I was there as well, so that was probably season 2, I'd say, was it? Yeah, season 2. We were in the Merc season 2, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he stepped in for me, didn't he? Yeah. I've got a habit of missing races.
No comment.
But we've got Osso now. Osso yet to set a time, and this is another thing as well. We've always looked at pressure on the championship leader and not the person who's challenging him, but do you think Osso's maybe feeling the pressure a bit, seeing as he was leading, he's now dropped to second? Or would he look at that as a bit of pressure off?
I'm going to say this because he's goading me in chat, but Osso looks like he's shitting a brick at the moment. And I know he's listening to this, so I mean, there's no pressure, Osso. You have to get a time in here, you're gone from Q2, but or you won't make Q3, but yeah, it's hard to say, Clay. It's hard to say. The only thing I would say is it a bit early for us? So I don't know. Like, if you look at drivers' progression, for me, even I go so far as to say as the whole league, Gainful has improved so much in the last 2-3 seasons. He's more or less gone from being reported every second race to now never being reported. He used to have the odd spin. He doesn't seem to be spinning anymore. He has that consistency. He's 9 points ahead in the championship. For me, Gainful is in a stronger position, but I wouldn't write Osso out. He's quick. We know he's quick. He's more susceptible to a mistake than Gainful, but he's fast. There's like no question. It's just
Yeah, I think
Look at the
also is one
draw.
of them for track limits as well. Track limits have always plagued him, similar to you know, like Ninja. You know, track limits are massive to certain drivers. You see the same drivers each week getting the
Yeah,
penalties, and Osso's
as
always one of them.
yeah, he is. Steve says that he's using teabag setup because he couldn't stop spinning with mine. Well, I have two things to say to that. Firstly, I didn't spin. Secondly, teabag setups are purely for pad. But it's doing alright for you, Steve. If it works, it works. Doesn't really matter. And also, how do you spin with full traction? I don't understand.
Yeah, the only
I
you
don't.
catch curb on this track, mate.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it. That's the only
Yeah, but I
understandable
mean,
bit.
you catch a curb on this track with any setup, you know, really, or any level of traction. You catch
Yeah,
the wrong curb, you're going around anyway. It's, you know, there's just certain curbs that put you around. So yeah. So yeah, hindsight and North are gone. Dave, I think, made the line, and he is on another lap to try and get out, which would send. He needs to be at 31.4 to try and get through.
see
And
what he
that would separate
manages.
Ross.
Sector 1 split. He's almost 2
Oh,
tenths
he's
under.
off.
Very wide though. He will have lost time though.
Yeah, definitely. But again, with Dave, you just don't know. He could have lost a lot of time somewhere else as well. He does need to get over a second on this lap. So I'm not sure if that's doable, but he'll give it a good shot anyway, at least.
He comes up to Spoon now.
Yeah,
Wide
it's
on the
horrible,
entrance.
horrible part of the track.
Oh, a
It
bit
just
wide
sucks
on
out to that
exit as
exit curve
well,
as well.
yeah.
Let's see what second 2 time is. I'm not even sure if this is remotely. And yeah, that
No,
will
he's
be
lost
Dave,
almost
unfortunately.
4 tenths there from that sector 1 split. And that's
So
it.
yeah,
There's
we'll
not
only
much to
have
do
him.
in sector
Yeah,
3, is there? Just that
nah, not
chicane,
really.
really.
And he doesn't improve either. He loses another small bit of time in sector 3. So yeah, we will be going through to Q3 with only 9 drivers. Captain, North, Full Send Dave, Chip and Matey are out, and Teabag unfortunately crashed out in Q2. So it's still tight. A bit more of a spread than I was expecting. I haven't checked tier 2, but I know tier 1 Friday night there was like 3-4 tenths between the top 10, 11, 12. And even Q3 it was incredibly tight as well. There is a bit of a split there, but still a lot of guys in the 30s, you know, 7, 8
We,
tenths between the top 8 at the moment. So
tier 2, we had a big split from first to second, and then the rest of the field were just as close. I think it was Q2. Valley was 6 tenths clear in P1 of P2, and then 6 tenths cleared P2 to like P15. It was insanely close. Apart from, you know, one person who was getting a blinding lap in, the rest of it was very close.
yeah. It also says he's dealing with the pressure as he always does. Bit more pressure than usual. All I'll say also, right, and I'm being 100% genuine here, as I always am. This track is very light in fuel. You can underfuel by 2 laps at least.
Oh god, oh god.
Yeah, you're nearly guaranteed a safety car. Again, I wouldn't be banking on it, but I think I put in 0.3 over, and
I went really safe. I went 1.4 over. I ended up
oh
crashing out,
wow.
so it made no difference.
Yeah, I went 0.3 over, and I never went under 0.3 after that. Obviously, safety car came out lap 5 or something, but I think there's a lot of fuel saving in sector 1. It's on off throttle a lot. Sector 2 is a bit more flat out. Sector 3 is probably one of the fastest sector 3s in the game, but yeah, as we head to Q3, I'm going to grab a beer.
As we are in the session now, sun is shining, weather's looking pretty clear. Practically blue skies. We've got an Aston Martin coming out on track. That's Hound, he'll be the first car. So we'll stick on board with that. Long outlap, but everyone bar Gainful out of the pits and on an outlap, so the field's very closely congested at the moment as everyone's following each other through sector 1.
You there, Shay?
Yeah.
Actually, I was also made a statement there that he noticed the fuel save on the track last Friday. I think that's a huge advantage for us. So he reserves quite regularly in Tier 1 and Tier 2 if needed. You know, for me, getting a practice race 2 days before your own race is huge. I'm surprised more Tier 3 guys don't offer themselves up, because it's huge, if in my opinion.
Oh, anyway. Hound spun at turn 1.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. I think you know, having that option of you know, practice sessions are just that, the practice sessions. It's not quite the same as a real like race scenario, whereas being able to reserve and manage to compete in a proper race within the league it's not just good for you getting the knowledge of the track or the strategy, but it gives you the racecraft as well. Like, you learn where people can overtake, you know, where people defend, where you can gain a bit of time on people, stuff like that. So I think it offers a massive advantage to him.
Yeah, it does. Steve is chopping the grass in Sector 1 and is absolutely destroying the track in dust. He is trying to stay out of the way, not to be fair to him. But yeah, I completely agree. I'm surprised more guys don't offer themselves on a Friday night. If I had the option of a practice race on a Wednesday, I'd be 100% taking that option up. Oh, Steve needs to be careful. Yeah, he's doing his best. It's a horrible track to get caught on, isn't it?
It is, because even though it's, you know, it seems like a bigger track than, say, like Baku or anything like that. Oh, it's Kevin Larry sets a 30 lap. Brilliant lap time. Brilliant lap time there from him. Yeah, it seems like a wide track, but
oh, Steve,
it's not that easy to get past.
I mean, stay off the track, but don't smash the fucking markers, like. Oh, God. There's Gainful's chance of pole gone in it.
It's only Gainful.
Gainful, stick your line on for your next run. Multi 21.
He's just going up to the final corner now. I've not even got any of the splits on. There we go, that's better. 31.9.
Captain says his deal with his woman is either Friday or Sunday. I'm sure there's something else he could do that would make up for it.
Get a new woman.
Get a new woman. Or get a Chloe. Get a Chloe, then she'll fucking run beneath you.
So you've heard it there from Dan himself. He does fuck all.
Or get a Nicky. Say why you're not practicing your shit.
Yeah, if I'm honest, I got sick of being abused.
Oh, Dave says deflate her and blow her up again on the Monday. Oh, classic. Oh, we do not condone domestic abuse in any way, shape or form.
Unless they blow up dolls.
I was just going to ask, does duct tape and a...
Duct tape and a dream.
Yeah. I was going to ask, does duct tape and a blow-up doll count as domestic abuse, but it probably doesn't, unless it identifies as a person. Anyway, back to fucking racing, enough of that shit.
Oh, I think it's time for a whiskey.
A fish of them. A fish of them.
A fish of them.
Alright, end of story. Is that home cutting grass again? It is. Jesus Christ almighty. I mean, it is silage season, but Steve, come on.
I know, I can feel my hay fever playing up front comms box.
He spent the first 7 minutes of Q3 on the grass. Oh, he's doing his best, like, to be fair.
Oh.
He's staying out of the way, but it's...
Nick, I need to read the comment from Nikki. Hey, shorty.
Take my strong hand. This shit again. Oh,
Fuck me.
so, like. Anyway, what are the lap times like? Steve's on an out lap. He's coming around the R130 at the moment. Hopefully, he's going to get a full lap in this time.
I'm gone.
All the penises and the vaginas. Oh, Steve's back into the pits again. I'm not sure what's going on. He's having a lot of bad luck so far in Q3. He was competitive in Q2, so he should have a fresh set of softs. Give it one.
Yeah, Scotty's the only one out on track at the moment. He is on a hot lap.
3 minutes of insanity. Who wants some Peters?
My germs. Fuck.
Apologies to the 17 people that had to listen to that. What else should you be doing? Sad individuals.
That's it. Sunday night, TV shite.
Absolutely.
Tune into this every week instead.
Oh.
And Scotty manages a 30.7, puts himself up to P3. Good time there.
Also, just shut up. You're in the pits. You don't even have a lap set yet. Concentrate on yourself, will you, instead of antagonising us and provoking us to start chatting shit again.
What you doing? No, just chilling. Killing. Oh, Dookie, pick up the phone.
1 second, I'm going to get my mask.
I'm already wearing mine.
Oh, fucking hell. Not that mask, Claire. Just sitting here on the swing.
Bring out the gimp.
Oh, Jesus. Right, what's happening? Oh. Gabriel is on another lap. I have no idea who's going to cross the line next. Or what? Figure this out. You should make the back straight. Scotty is on a lap and he's invalidated, and Hole is behind him on an out lap, and he's got Luckman behind him who's also on an out lap. He needs to be careful here, Luckman. He's very close to the cars ahead.
It says Gameful's on a lap, but he's 5 seconds over in sector 1, so I don't really think he's pushing.
Yeah, it's probably a recharge lap as Scotty takes out the board, marker boards at the final corner as well. Try to get out of the way, to be fair to him.
Yeah, Hound is on a lap, so I think Hound's the first one on a flying lap. Is Ross on one? Oh. No, Ross isn't on one, it is Hound. Ah, cheers for pointing that out, Dave. I forgot we were watching qualifying.
Yeah.
Hard to deal with when everyone's sat in the pits. Take my strong hand.
Yeah, Gavin did have enough fuel to go again. He tends to do this as well. He does like the burner lap. I don't like the burner lap purely because they can never time it right.
Yeah, it's not so much the timing for me. I just feel the extra wear you put on the tyres just makes the whole thing pointless.
Yeah, I agree.
I've never improved on a second lap ever.
Yeah, I haven't either. No,
Hound through sector 2 is... Yeah, he's not under a time because he's not set one yet. I'm looking at it and wondering why there's no plus and minus.
Yeah, as he hits towards the line, looks good.
Don't look bad at all.
It's not a bad time. That's second row for Steve currently, so not a bad time at all. Luckman next to Cross. He doesn't have a lap time set either. And he's way over his time, so he'll be starting on P9. He must have had a mistake there. He still takes the line for a 1:46.
That puts him ahead of Osso at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot Ross, almost 4 tenths under. Ross is improving. It did flash up as a purple sector 2 there as well for Ross.
And he's 3 tenths up. Cracking lap from Ross, improves by 1 position. Bart next across the line. He's 5 tenths up. Oh!
29.8 from Bart.
Unbelievable gain from next across the line as well. Oh, how did he not invalidate there? He's pushing hard. I'm not sure what his time is. It's a sub 30, I would think. It's not. He does improve. That's P3 for Gainful. And that is...
Kane Lowry's not improving. No, he's not improving. Oh, he's invalidated as well. Yeah, the only other person's Hound, and he's 2.2 seconds down.
That's a mighty lap from Bar. One of these guys as well that has the pace just seems to get in the incidents, makes a few mistakes. But yeah, very interesting. I will be back in a second, Clay.
Yeah, I'll be back myself before the start of the race.
Yeah, I just realised as well, Clay, I'm going to have to do the first lap and get it back to the pits so it doesn't retire on track. So
Yeah, just looking at tyre strategy, I was just going to point out, Dan disqualified from the formation lap on the mediums.
I don't even have a wheel on my base. I clipped it off the comms, I'll have to go around on pad. Apologies if there's a safety car close.
And anyone who wants to see anything funny, I might tune in with Dan at the back.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Forget the actual race, we'll watch Dan go around.
Put on full traction in case I spin. So yeah, I'll leave the other for first lap later.
You can commentate from your point of view as well. You'll be able to see the back of the grid.
I guarantee you, I will come into the pits and I will not be 16th. Guaranteed. Fact.
I just saw someone smash one of the bollards out of the way on the last couple of corners. Not quite sure who that was on board with Bach. But your top 6 all starting on mediums, then your next 5 starting on hards. They've got Nerf on mediums, Chip on mediums, Dave and Matey on hards as well. Okay, Lowry, Bach, both overshooting the marks, both disqualified on the formation lap.
Am I close enough to take off the woman from one?
I will kick you from the league myself. And give Williams a 100-point advantage. That's 5 lights. And away we go. Kane Lowry's got a better run on back there. Straight off the line. He's first into turn 1. Kane Lowry takes it. Gainful's up to second as well. Hound up on the inside of Bark as well. Hound up to third. Very clean there. And Bark's lost another position to Scotty. So Bark's had an atrocious start there, really. Oh, Scotty spun. Completely on his own, no contact. Lutman up to 6th, Chris up to 7th.
I'm up to 15th.
You did say you won't be 16th after the first lap. Oh, Chris has just dropped to Teabag and Nerf. He's took a wide line into that hairpin. He's let Osso, I don't know if he's let Osso through or Osso's just took advantage, but I think Chip Hazard's got through as well there on Chris. So Chris has just lost about 4 positions in 2 corners.
Thanks, Jeff. Said he won well.
I just remember to brake, is all I'll say, Dan.
Yeah.
And that's your left trigger, it's L2. So not great here for Osso. Osso down in 9th position while his rival is up in 2nd, Gameful. Chris is into the pits, so he may have damage. Dan's picked up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Fucking hell!
I will say that's released your car as well.
Well, I couldn't have passenger anymore. And I didn't record, so I'll take the face at least. Captain dropping down, he's gone round, I think. No, he's not. Oh, he's not front wing. No, he's not front wing. Captain got caught in something there.
Nerfpack and Teabag just swapping positions there as well, 7th and 8th. Teabag's fighting back as well.
Yeah, I didn't catch. He did bark at a bad start, Clay, or?
Yeah, he didn't get the best of launch. Teabag was straight up the inside, off the well, pretty much off the line. Kane Lowry was sorry, did I say Teabag then? Kane Lowry was past him straight off the grid. Gameful made a move into turn 1 and then back, just started going backwards. Hound got him and then Scotty got him in turn 2, 3.
Yeah, Kane Lowry has a mega lead already. Just starting the third lap and he's over 2 seconds ahead. Fastest lap there as well with 33.8. Hound's all over the back of Gameful as well. Hound is showing good pace here. If you hit the back of Gameful, you're gone.
If you appeal it, I'll override it.
Oh, as he just nearly hits the back of him.
Yeah, very close.
Full TC here is overpowered.
Hound did comment saying he's on medium TC. He went back to medium this season.
Doesn't look like it from his inputs, but fair enough.
Lutman's made it past Ross there as well. Ross is dropping down, lost a couple of positions. Osso's passed him as well. He doesn't appear to have any damage, maybe just a bad line, bad corner or two at the end of the S's. But Nerf, Teabag and Osso all getting past him.
Steve is absolutely not running medium TC. You cannot pin it in second out of the left-hand chicane. He needs to be careful. Gameful is struggling. I wonder if he's have wing damage. Kane Lowry now nearly 4 seconds ahead. Steve all over the back of him.
Teabag's dropping.
Yellow flag, yeah.
Teabag's lost it on the exit of Spoon.
Yeah, he could have lost it himself there. That is a pretty slippery part of the track.
It's one of them again, the curbs catch you out. The curbs on the outside obviously entices you over a long drawn out corner and then
that's a corner from Matey surely. No, it's not. Sorry Claire, continue.
Yeah, we're just talking about Spoon. Obviously you want to take like a wide line in and then cut straight onto the straight for the run to 130R, but you clip a curb, the curb on the outside can screw you and the curb on the inside is just as bad. Just still on board with this battle here with Hound. He's all over the back of Gameful through sector 1.
Yeah, Gameful absolutely has to have damage or...
Osso's out!
This is incredibly unfortunate for Osso. His second race where he's dropped it.
This is exactly what you were saying. This is exactly what you were saying. The championship won't be won here.
But it could be lost.
It could quite easily be fucked away. And that's a full safety car as well.
Gameful is definitely coming into the pits. He has to have wing damage.
I don't think... I mean, there's nothing visible.
Is he running incredibly low wings? That's the only thing I can think of. Because Hound is absolutely all over him in Sector 1. And I know it's full traction OP anyway, but he's so close. I'd be surprised if Gameful doesn't come in. Or it could be just end plate as well.
Yeah, you can normally see end plate though, but Kane Lowry was doing a brilliant job there, just pulling away from Gameful lap after lap.
Gameful is in play, and I would think that's a wing change. I don't think Kane Lowry didn't come in for the Harris, to be honest.
I'll be shocked. This is exactly what I was expecting to see now.
Gone from bad to worse for Alfa Romeo, and he's not getting a wing. Wow.
No, he'll pop the hards on, that's it. He'll hope to go to the end now.
That's a stretch. That's a stretch.
It's a stretch if you're not Kane Lowry. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, well, look, we've been in this comms box for a long time, Clay. If anyone can get into the end. Kane Lowry, yeah, absolutely. He's the hard master. So is Gameful. He can do things with tyres that shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah.
You know, but still,
I
still think 22... Oh, Jesus Christ. You know, the recommended for the hards is 18 laps, so you have a safety car lap, 17 full or 21 full racing laps, so it is only 3 more than the recommended, but by the end of the recommended they're pretty dead. He can do it. I'd assume he has another set of medium, so another safety car can do things here. I'd love if we could have one race where the safety car doesn't fuck it up for everyone.
Yeah, well, you can blame Osso for that, he caused it.
Yeah, Osso's a bold boy.
Yeah, it's a shame for Osso. You know, he's not been up in a position like this since, what, Season 1, Season 2, fighting for the championship in Tier 3.
Yeah, and you know what, realistically, if Gainford puts it on the podium today, barring any catastrophic incident, yeah, it's unfortunate. It is to be leading a championship and to crash over 2 races it's just unlucky. But I did say this that you know, this could have been gained for 2 seasons ago. That's just the way it's evolved. It is unfortunate. He'll take that hard. It's a bittersweet to follow. Blake. It's a bitter pill to swallow, definitely, but yeah, it is what it is. He'll come back stronger. As Gainford's in again. What? Is he trying to get his pit stop out of the way?
Well, he's already done that, hasn't he? By putting the hards on.
It didn't change his wing, guaranteed.
Yeah, wing change now.
Yeah, what a stupid fucking game.
Ah, it's AlphaTauri, it doesn't matter. No,
yeah,
game's fine. Game's fine. But now we've got Hound in P2.
Yeah, Gainful, that's cost Gainful there big time, but still a long ways to go. He will need to pit again.
I'd say Lutman's not in a bad position, starting on the hards up to P4.
Well, yeah, a safety car this early will, you know, no matter which tyre you start on, I think it doesn't really affect anything.
Yeah, exactly.
You get away with, like, you know, you start on the mediums, you'll get away with not pitting as well, just as easy.
Yeah, definitely. It's just, that's what I mean. It's not as though this safety car's come out and it's completely screwed the hard runners. So Lutman, up in P4 on them hards, they'll be starting to come into their own next few laps as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you know, the hard runners can extend though as well by a couple of laps, as can the mediums, but yeah.
But that's it with the mediums, you tend to take the best out of them fairly quickly.
Yeah, Chris as well, very unfortunate. He'll have to serve a drive-through, so he is going to need another safety car to get, you know, anyway back in this race. But, you know, there is only 14 drivers left, so anyone that finishes will score points. So, you know, there is no such thing as a bad point. No matter how bad your race is a point is a point. And the safety car should come in this lap, or it mightn't. I know in Tier 1 we got really late safety car calls. It might stay off another lap though, as Gainful and Captain just approach the back of the field now. And I think it will stay out. Yeah, it will stay off another lap. So again, that further suits the guys that settle on the hards.
Apologies, we're just pouring myself another drink.
I'm surprised Kane Lowe didn't box, to be honest. Like,
I think if he was anywhere other than the lead, I think he would have.
Yeah.
I think he's looking at it maybe a little bit differently, being out front.
Like 20 laps is very doable on the hards. It's just another safety car and the timing of the safety car changes everything. You can be more or less guaranteed another safety car. It's just the timing of it and who
Gainful just pitted again, put the hards back on.
Hards back on, yeah, and I think that was probably the best thing to do. Get that stop out of the way. He can go to the end now, so he has lost 4 positions, but all in all, it could have been worse. But yeah.
End of the day, as long as he finishes, he's still extending his lead on us. So, but Kane Lowry, who's third in the championship, is now in prime position.
Yeah, and
I think he's also holding the fastest lap as well. Am I right?
He is.
So he's on for a 26-point haul at the moment. As it stands at the moment, I think he'd jump Gainful by about 5 points. 7 points. And we have got the safety car in this lap message. So Kane will start back in the pack up now.
Yeah, safety car. Again, as I said, Friday night came in extremely late, and that was late enough as well, to be honest, although it is a short run to pit lane.
Well, that's it. It's come out in the sector 3 split, really.
Yeah.
Which is normal. It's just because you're on a fast.
No! Oh, Kane Lowry! Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm not too sure what happened there. Did he lose that on his own?
He went to go and he lost it. He lost the rear, and oh no, Chris is in to serve his drive-through as well. Can he serve that?
I didn't think you could straight. Oh, right, he must be able to. I didn't think you could serve it straight away.
Yeah, he picked up a 5-second, and Kane Lowry, that is the worst luck in the world, and he misses the pit entrance as well, so you know, has to do a full lap. No, Chris's drive-through is still there, is it? Or is that his 5-second?
That's the 5 seconds, just the 5
yeah,
seconds.
So, yeah, that's absolute heartbreak for Kane Lowry, that is.
I definitely told you there were a lobby glitch. Hound's leading the race.
That's so unlucky. He just pinned it in third, lost the rear, and he hit the pit lane entrance, the barrier on the pit lane entrance. Very unlucky.
Lutman's all over the back of Bark here, so Lutman's looking at jumping up this championship. He's not out of it yet.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know, if Gainful finishes outside the top 10, Luckman takes the podium, he's back in it. Hound is looking pacey, like, he is. There's absolutely no question. Yellow flag, sector 2, matey boy, I think, off track.
I think that was Kane Lowry. It popped up in Spoon.
Okay. Matey boy all over the back of Bark.
Matey boy's dropping down the order. Lutman's all over the back of Bark. He's looking to make a move into turn 1, pulls back in. Matey boy's dropped down. I think Matey boy's had a bit of a moment there on the exit of 130R.
I'll tell you what, Clay, Hound, since this race has started, has showed a lot of pace, and being in free air now suits him. That gap already up to 2 seconds. That's a lot of pace.
Yeah, what he needs to do is just focus on consistency now. You just keep it the same every lap. Don't overdrive. And look, I've been there.
Yeah.
You know, a guy who's not had a lot of results.
Oh, Ross dropping as well.
A guy who's not had a lot of pace compared to a lot of the people in the tier and stuff like that. And then you get into that P1 and you're going, right, and every lap has to be a quali lap. And it doesn't. It really doesn't.
Not when you have a 2-second lead. Absolutely not.
That's exactly it. Exactly it. I think Brazil was the only time I've actually drove consistently when I've had a lead, whereas every other time I've drove like a maniac. I mean, the only positives here for Rosso is that Gainful's down in 10th and Kane Lowry's down in 14th.
Full send Dave and Scotty going at it into R130. Not advisable, lads. Definitely not. Wow. There's definitely a glitch.
I mean, I want to check his system settings. He's got some hacks downloaded or something.
He's doing a stellar job, Clay. If the gap is over 2 seconds, the only thing is with the guys behind, Gainful, Ross, Scotty, they can all go to the end, and you know yourself, track position is key around here.
Oh, Dave's just let Scotty pass, and then T-Bag's gone for it, and he's ended up launching T-Bag off the track.
Dave is going extremely slow.
He's caught Hindsight, he's made contact with Hindsight. Gainful went up the inside and luckily got away without contact.
Yeah, I'm not sure, and this is typical Gainful. 14th up to P7 in 2 laps.
And T-Bag's picked up a 5-second penalty. I think T-Bag's gone for a move around the outside of Dave. Dave's sort of like bumped him off track. T-Bag's obviously took across the grass to rejoin. He's ended up picking up a 5-second penalty there for corner cutting and gaining an advantage.
Yeah, I think that was deer headlights from Dave, to be honest.
If I'm honest, I think that penalty there from Teabag probably be removed. It's one for reporting anyway.
I would think so. I would think so.
Well, how? No, 2.6 seconds clear. Oh, both the Hasties, Dave and Ross, are fighting.
Does Dave have damage, I wonder? Nope.
Doesn't appear to, no. Or not visible anyway.
Captain into the pits. Scotty all over the back of Chip.
Yeah,
as well.
Captain. I think Captain clouted Dave fairly fucking hard. Yeah, he's got a wing change.
Home with a 3-second lead now at the front. He's absolutely. Oh, as Chip leads Scotty through. Quicker driver, both teammates. Fair play, good driving there that was.
Scotty on the hard sides as well.
Yeah, as I said, I think Scotty is net P1 at the minute. Oh, so, yeah, he is definitely. King Upman can go to. No, he can. He has to pitch. So yeah, Scotty is net P1. Safety car now would change everything, absolutely everything. It's the medium runners now are the ones that are going to lose out, and obviously the guys that started on the hards. As I said, I think Scotty, Gainful, and Ross, possibly Ken Lowry, but he's a long ways back, are in the best place position at the moment.
Yeah, that's it. Getting that pit stop done early, getting back on the hards. I know Gainful obviously made, what's he done, 12 pit stops now.
At least.
No, but getting back on the hards, obviously he had the issue where the wing wasn't changed. He's managed to go back in, change it. As Lutman's all over the back of Bark here. Gap's down to a 10th into turn 1. He just tucks in behind.
I know we've had a few safety cars, but the mediums will start hurting now as well, definitely.
And Ross has made it past Dave.
Yeah, I think Dave let Ross through there. Good teamwork again. I know Dave is a reserve, but he's new to the game. He's doing the best he can. He'll improve, no doubt.
I've seen massive improvement from him on track, mate, racing him. Yeah, like I said, Silverstone starting in full wet conditions. I think it was the sprint race. And I was behind him, and I thought, I'll tell you what, I'll sit and watch, see how it is. Oh, we've got a lot of yellow flags here on track.
Who is that?
It's gone green again.
I'm not too sure. Maybe did drop down. Not sure.
Not too sure what that was for. Like, it covered 3/4 of the track, so I don't quite understand. As Scotty's made it past Nerf Pack there. Nice move up the inside on the exit of Spoon, but now run down to 130R. Nerf Pack's coming back at him. Nerf Pack's backed out. Very sensible. You don't want to go side by side at that kink at 130R. Yeah, I think you were right, matey boys. Going very slow at the back of the grid.
Gainful and Chip having a nice battle as Chip comes into the pits. Super stuff from them. I was on board with that for the last lap. They battled hard, very, very hard, but respectful, so good to see that. As it's time to grab a beer.
Captain Hindsight setting the fastest lap at the moment as well. Hound's gap now up to 4.3, and Ross is out. Ross has lost it, and that's a full safety car. That's a full safety car. So this will fit into the medium runners for pitting. But this may put now Scotty, if Scotty decides to go to the end on them hards, this might put Scotty back in P1. Gameful might jump back up as well. But they're on tyres now that, you know, they're going to have to get to the end on. All I'd say is you do not want to pick up a drive-through here now. Hound is into the pits. Bark's in. Luckman's in off 12 lap old hards. Scotty is through to the lead of the race.
Fucking knew there'd be a safety car when they went.
Gameful's up to second as well. Hound, where does he come out? Does he come out in third? He does.
Yeah, that kind of changes everything. 8 laps, 9 laps on them hards. It's a lot of laps compared to the fresh hards behind that can absolutely go to the end now and use them as well. Yeah,
it's a significant amount. But Luckman as well on the mediums. So the lads who've just pitted have done 13 laps, 14 laps on their mediums. He knows that he's going to get to the end of the race on these. It will be the faster tyre. I know we've had a safety car in there as well, but, you know, I think he can get to the end with no concern. It's just how much the pace difference is.
It's 13 laps on the mediums, 12 recommended. I mean, the mediums can absolutely go to the end. It's the thing for Luckman is how many places can he gain and how fast can he gain them. It's a hard place to overtake on, and if you force it, you know exactly what's going to happen to it.
Yeah. Turn 1, turn 2, one of you in the gravel.
Mediums on, brain off.
That's the point, we've not seen a soft tyre yet, come on. I mean, matey boy, come on, you're 30 odd seconds behind, go for it. Do it.
do it, peer pressure.
I mean, we're completely unbiased, obviously, in this pit box.
Absolutely. The fact that there's no Williams left and the Alfa Romeo's down in P11, I'm happy.
Well, I have to be unbiased because there's no fucking Williams here. Because we've got Wabu's, decided not to turn up. He's got other matters going on, and Big Lou, who I don't know. I think he's had food poisoning for 6 months. So yeah, he's not been present for a long time. Which is costing the team massively.
Yeah.
We're losing a driver every week. I don't think we've had 1 week where we've had all 6 drivers, and it's costing us.
Yeah. As I can, you know, on the broken record since season 2, it's been posted again for the season 8 sign-ups. Do not commit unless you can commit.
Yeah.
You know, guys miss races, that's not a problem. People have lives, you know, the odd race you miss, it's fine. But when you check out for half the season, you know, you're not in with a chance of the drivers yourself, so it doesn't matter. But
that's it. It's absolutely pointless. You even fucking turning up a turn it, like checking in for the season. You might as well not bother. Don't waste my time, let alone your own.
That's the thing. It affects the teammates, and especially so when you run the joint constructors. So you're not only affecting one, you're affecting the other 5. That's the nature of it.
That's exactly it. The Alpha Tauri team, Williams team. We're second in the championship, and we've been a driver down all season. So,
safety car could come in this lap clear.
Yeah, I'd expect it to. Pack's fairly bunched up. Be interesting to see how Hound does on these fresh hards. I know he was quick on their mediums. He got that gap up to about 4 seconds, just over 4 seconds before the safety car. So, will he want to make a move on the guys ahead early, or will he just sit behind them, maybe use them for DRS, save a bit of ERS?
Yeah, and this is what I'm saying. It's late again. That's a late safety car coming back in. It did this Friday night as well. Yeah, but the guys ahead can get to the end. But if I'm home, you're in a podium position. Just don't be Steve. If that makes any sense. Gainful getting squirrely. Hound's going to get Gainful on the restart. Gainful had a moment, and Hound has the run on him. Gainful defending. Hound goes on the outside. Yeah. Oh! I have no idea what happened there, but Gainful keeps position. Scotty 1.6 ahead into turn 3. Good restart. Oh, he backs out! I think he had a collision with Chip. I'd be surprised if that was a safety car already.
Yeah, I don't think they do the safety car on the first lap straight after it.
Yeah, Luckman is very pace and the mediums, which you would expect.
Yeah, Luckman's looking quick. He wants to get past Bark as fast as he can.
But he tagged the back of Bark. Bark goes deep and Luckman should get this done. Oh, Bark back at him. Oh, as they hit. This is what I'm saying. It needs to be calculated. The thing is for Luckman, he's going to want to get the best out of these tyres for the next 6-7 laps. But still, you don't want to end up in an issue. And he's coming up to Hono, who is the worst person in the world to try and overtake.
Yeah, he's. I'll tell you what. He's a defensive nightmare. Like he just. No disrespect to Hound, he's not got the pace. But when he's defending, it's like he finds an extra bloody 5 seconds of pace.
Yeah, he made a mistake there. No one Gainful is 1 point. Whatever that is, 3 ahead of him. Luckman is now in striking distance of Hound as well.
Nerf pushing on the back of Bark as well. Gap down to about 3 tenths, 4 tenths.
Another safety car changes this, but for once I'd like to just see this play out and see how it ends up. Just
yeah, 10 laps to go.
5 laps on the softs.
As Chris makes it past full send Dave. Luckman's just gaining and gaining and gaining on Hound, corner by corner now. Now this is it, what will Hound do? Will Hound defend this aggressively, or do you think he'll just let him through where he doesn't have to lose a lot of time and follow him?
It's Hound, he'll defend.
Hope that Luckman drags you to the 2 guys ahead. You're on fresher tyres than both of them.
The
to me,
is, like, if Luckman gets ahead, he'll be gone. So it's hard to say. Does he? If I'm in Steve's position, I'm trying to defend that podium. 10 laps to go. Because if Luckman gets through with 3 lap more mediums, he's going to be out of the DRS he's going to be out of the DRS. DRS. What's up, Johnny? He's going to be. He'll be out of the DRS detection zone by the end of the next lap. For sure.
See,
so
now, my thinking's different. I'm saying let him through, knowing he's on the medium tyres, it's fresher. You'll pick DRS up maybe 1 lap, you might be out of it by the next, but his mediums will go off more than your hards will. So you'll sort of rein him back in a bit at the end as well.
Yes, they will.
Oh, Luckman spun. Luckman's in the barrier. He's lost his wing.
No.
He's no front wing.
Jesus Christ. And that's a safety car.
And it's a
this
safety
fucking game
car.
is stupid, honestly.
It's a fucking safety car.
Why is there a safety car for that?
The thing is when you look at where the car's impacted the barrier, it's well off in the gravel track.
Is.
So
and
there's no debris on track. No debris on track whatsoever.
Yeah, that's mad. There's no
absolute bollocks.
Alright, Josh. It's stupid. It is stupid. It is. I don't see any sense to that. Like, where we are now, Scotty and Gabriel can't do it, even if they wanted to. It's just a stupid. Like, how does a safety car come out when the wing is 17 miles off track?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I can understand. Do you know, say like Singapore or something like that, where it's on track. The debris on track. I can understand the safety car there, but in that he's off. He's gone through a gravel trap and hit the wall on the other side of the gravel trap and lost his wing.
As Scotty attempts to bait Gateful into a pit, which looks stupid to be honest. But anyway, Luckman will come in and he probably stay on their mediums. If he goes for soft, they whoa, yeah. You see, the thing is with this game as well,
he's put a fresh set of mediums on.
Are they fresh though? Yeah, they are. Yeah. And he'll still be quick. He's come up from P11. The front two doing the right thing there. Pitting was not the best. Obviously, it's a difficult track to overtake on. But that's we were saying Scotty and Gainful that the hards will be completely gone by the end. That's kind of gone now with the hards or with the safety car.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just looking at hindsight. Another 8 laps on their mediums. I think they'll be screaming a bit at the end.
They will, but you can't pit at this stage.
No, definitely not. Yeah. You know, you have no choice. I'm just saying they're going to be hard to handle at the end. I don't want to say it, but I think Steve is in the best position at the moment. He 9 lap fresher tyres than the 2 lads ahead.
It is, but like in Steve's position, like a podium would be a massive result, like no question. And just looking at the first 5 or 6 laps, getting incredibly close to the back of the end, but it's going to end up one way if he keeps going like that. But you know, this is what I'm saying. Stay behind. Scotty has shown a lot more pace than Gainful in this race. Leave Scotty go. Get the DRS, get the move done, P2, try to chase down Scotty and see if you can get him near the end. That's my thought process. The last thing you want to be doing is rear-ending your car and getting 10 seconds with 7 laps to go. That's going to drop into the back, more or less.
Yeah, definitely.
And safety car's up for a lap, so I'm going to get another view.
As Luckman's now picked up a 5-second penalty speed in the pit lane. Hindsight's into the pits as well. Oh, softs on brains off. There we go. They did it just for the comms. This is going to be chaotic now. Still sat behind the safety car now, just waiting. We should see the in this message. In this lap message. Alcohol starting to get to me head. Why has it not come in? There we go, safety car in this lap, so now Scotty will have to back the pack up. That's fairly late, to be honest. The message has come in just as you've come to the chicane. That is fairly late, but you will have to back the pack up.
Yeah,
Hound up, probably
is a disaster for this game.
Yeah, Scotty looks like he's caught Gameful sleeping there. Hound, has he got a run on him again? I don't think he's got as good a run as he did last time, but he does look good. Nerf had a brilliant run on back, but couldn't get it done. Dave's made it past hindsight.
That's the trouble with no traction, Clay. You can't pin it on the restart, especially when the track isn't straight.
Yeah, while you were gone, Hindsight and Luckman both pitted for a set of softs.
Yeah, I saw.
Hound is still pushing Gameful, you know. He's looking quick, Hound.
Yeah, absolutely. He's looked quick all race, to be honest.
Just looking Gameful like 1.4 down.
Captain with a late move on Dave into the hairpin. Sector 1, and it does cause contact. And Luckman having looked now on the inside, he does back out, but that wasn't great from Captain, if I'm honest. North is dropping down. Oh, not sure what happened there. It's a bit kind of, North is off track now as well. I think he has wing damage. He's just staying out of the way. Wow.
Yeah, this is what happens after a late safety car. Chris is gaining on Bark as well. Chris in P5, so he is recovering points here for Alfa Romeo, to be honest.
Yeah, big time, absolutely. Especially
doing a great job. Yeah, great job. As you said, serving a drive-through and then fighting his way back. Hound, is he making a move on Gameful? No, thought better of it, but extremely close into turn 1. Almost half a tenth.
Gameful must be running extremely low wings. It has to be.
You see, I kind of disagree because Hound's gaining on him on the straights as well. I don't think Gameful's running a setup.
Yeah, it's a strange.
He looks slower in every part.
Yeah. Interesting to see what exactly happened there, but yeah. Oh god.
So we watch now, like watch when we get to the run down to 130R. So we come through Spoon. What's the gap? 6 tenths, 6.5, 5.5, 6 tenths. On this run now down the straight, the gap's dropping massively. 5.5, 5 tenths, 4.5. So Steve's running lower wings than Gameful, definitely.
But is it worth hitting the back of him? Because that's the
3
way
tenths.
It looks like it's going to play out.
DRS enabled, so that'll help. Yeah, that'll help. But he's doing what he needs to do. He's sticking with him. Do you know what I mean? He's not letting him get away. Gameful's 2 seconds behind the car ahead, and Hound's got just over a 2-second gap to the car behind as well.
Luckman up to Peter, I know as well, and he's closing on the back of Chip, but he does have a penalty.
T-Bag says he gave Hound his setup in chat as he kept spinning with his. I don't know what's in that setup, mate, but it seems... Oh, Chris has dropped. No, Chris is down to 12th. That's a shame. He was having such a brilliant race as well up in P5.
I'm not sure exactly what that comment is in relation to setup. Work for me. It's a skin issue, I think. I've tried T-Bag setups, they don't work for me.
Well, that's it. I mean, setups are personalised, that's it.
It is.
I mean, I took a pink setup in one race, worked absolute wonders for me. Next race, I couldn't even touch the throttle.
Yeah, I've been there. Just gonna say that Gameful now has gapped the DRS from Steve, so...
Oh, has he just dipped back in it? No, he's dipped back in it. He's dipped back in it at that chicane.
He didn't get the line. Oh, he did get the DRS. So yeah, definitely gonna help. I feel with Steve now, he's just pushing it too much. He just needs to chill.
The thing is, no, he can't chill. Because I think he's chilled on that lap. and he almost missed DRS. I know you're secretly rooting for your AlphaTauri, but
it's not that. If I'm Steve, and considering where I am, a podium is good. There's nothing wrong with a podium. And he's gone wide there again.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I'm looking at this going, if I'm within DRS of the car ahead and I'm on 8 lap fresher tyres.
No, P10 is there. Sorry, P10.
P10? Wow.
P2 is there, 100%. It is absolutely there, but I wouldn't overextend myself to try and get P2 instead of P3 and end up making the bollocks of it. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if he's there, no doubt. And he has the pace on Gameful. He absolutely has the pace on Gameful, no doubt. Just keep it chilled, relax, and you'll get him in sector. You'll get him on the DRS straight. He has. Well, that's
it. He has recovered a bit of DRS this lap. He's recovered about 15%.
Stingray, a podium is good, but an AlphaTauri on P2 is better. Absolutely. I'm just talking about Steve here because I'll have to listen to it after, the same as all the rest of the admins. And he's up the back of him again.
Yeah, but no, he's got a good run. DRS. I don't think, if I'm honest, I don't think he's doing anything wrong.
He's going to get this move done into turn 1, surely.
Gameful's gone defensive. Oh. It looked like he moved across the front of him there. Steve sort of had to back out. But then catches him straight away again on the S's. I don't know what's wrong with Gameful's setup, but there's something not right at all.
Yeah, it doesn't look conducive to racing at best.
Which is unusual for Gameful because
it is.
You know, he's the type of man who spends a lot of time. Obviously, he runs no assist. He spends a lot of time on his setups, and yeah, this doesn't look right. Wow, massive from Kane Lowry. We'll be gaining on also in the championship, definitely. But let's see how this battle with Hound and Gameful ends first. Gameful is the championship leader at the moment.
Steve running wide, you got to live it for that, definitely. It's around that time for driving today, Clay, and Scotty has just played a blinder, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Early for them hards and extending every time after the safety car.
Yeah, I don't think I can argue it. My only concern is knowing Scotty. He's one of them who loves the spin, so you know it's one of them giving the man of the match, and he pisses it away a lap after. But no, I definitely completely agree with you. He's made a lot of positions up, and it's not been an easy race for him, but he's made them hard last. 2 safety cars as well, and still led from the front. As Chris sets the fastest lap, Hound's now well out of DRS, but Lutman is going for a move round the outside of back at the hairpin. That's tight, but he's made it. He's made it stick.
A lot of wheel banging there as well. He does have a penalty, so
he's on the soft tyre. You're sort of damned if you do, damned if you don't, really. I understand him going for the move. Probably not the cleanest, but he is going to lose that position anyway. As Hound's got back in DRS, but it is the final lap.
He is. He's just not quite close enough. But if it finishes like this, it's a mega podium for Steve, to be fair.
I'll tell you what, one thing I will say as well, just to give more respect to Steve here, Gameful is on the same ERS as Steve, and so Scotty. Scotty's been using his as well.
Yeah, the tyres must be absolutely fucking screaming at him at this stage.
I mean, it's not like it's one of them drivers that, who's sat with a 4-second lead and he's on.
Oh, Jesus, Steve, I lost him. This is what I was saying. Is like, hindsight with the fastest lap. Don't push it and wreck a podium for the sake of getting P2. That's all I was trying to say. Do you know what I mean? I mean, the P3 for Steve, like a podium, it's great. And I've said this all season. Steve has shown a lot of pace this season. No question.
He has. He's shown a big improvement. And I'd probably say a lot more consistency as well. It's not as though it's just one track here and there. He's popping up in quali and stuff, left, right and centre. But he's got Kane Lowry all over his arse now. Kane Lowry on 5-lap older tyres. But, he's going for a move. He's going round the outside.
Jesus, that was close. No. That could have ended in a disaster, but it doesn't. Thank God.
Yeah, Hone taking the podium there. Brilliant drive from Hone, brilliant drive from Gainful as well, fighting his way back through. Kane Lowry, after dropping all the way to the back of the grid, getting back up there, but I have to agree, Scotty. 23 laps on them hard tyres, taking the race win after 2 safety car restarts as well.
Definitely, it's be hard to argue with it.
Yeah, he deserves that driver of the day. Absolutely brilliant drive from him. Shame for Lutman, shame for Chris as well, spinning out when he did. He was on for a really good result. Also, kind of feel maybe pissed his championship chance away.
Yeah, Gainful's in a strong position now.
Well, that's it. You've got Gainful now. Kane Lowry finishing P4. I think that might put Kane Lowry second in the championship now. So it is going to be close. It's going to be very close.
For sure.
But what is it? 2 races left after this?
Yeah, 2 races left now.
Spain and Abu Dhabi, is it?
Abu Dhabi, yeah.
So again, 2 not easy tracks, so it's not all over.
I have to jump off there because my dog's gone upstairs.
No, you're absolutely fine.
Chat a bit.
Just confirmation there of the grid. Scotty taking the win, starting 4th, but an early spin after he got past Barks, dropping him right down to the back of the grid. Dropped down to 16th, fought his way back, managed to take the win. Hound fighting with Gainful and Kane Lowry there to secure his podium as well. Hindsight taking fastest lap, but unfortunately outside the top 10. But yeah, we did lose Osso, Ross, T-Bag. Obviously Dan was on comms, so Hindsight doing a 5-stop as well, Jesus. But yeah, thanks everyone who's tuned in. Tune in next weekend where we head to Spain. And yeah, 8 o'clock Friday night, 8:30 on Sunday. We'll see you then.